I can move Nadia back. Well, I guess tokens are locked, but I can move Nadia back and we can regroup. If I sounds like I knew that he was, we were looking for that.
Yep. So I unlocked tokens, so go ahead and move back. So we'll
I'm
consider that you
standing on the
guys
ceiling,
are
dancing on the ceiling.
as far as you know, no immediate threats, but I'll kind of keep a tally as you guys make your discussions so I can reduce uh, effects.
Say that again, Jimmy.
Well, the longer you talk, the like the bardic inspiration will slowly wear off and other
Oh,
things.
okay.
How long will the darkness last?
Um, 10
For
minutes.
freaking ever.
All right, so yeah, I was thinking if that was close to ending, maybe we head that direction. But if it's not close to ending, maybe we go the other direction.
Yep.
Well, based on Nadia having looked up the chimney the one time and being able to see in that one room, I think that she kind of knows what, at least what's this direction, but not necessarily what's over that bridge.
Right. And what's this direction is down to from where
The
we
only
first
thing
looked.
I could see when I was standing over in the water area was a bugbear. I couldn't see anything else. But when I had looked up when I had climbed up the chimney shaft, I had seen a goblin, which probably is one of them that fell down there, a big ass wolf, and the bugbear. But I don't know if there's anything else in there. The only thing I saw when I was over here was the bugbear.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine for clearing that room. I just want to make sure we have someone post watch on this hallway that looks like it probably leads back to that bridge.
Sure. You know what? Let me look at something here. So, one of the things that we could do, and, Tertius can speak up. Tertius can, like, cast, I don't know, maybe he can't. I'll ask Jim. Can I cast an entangle spell in here underground?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what I can do is on this hallway that is leading towards the bridge, I can cast an entangle, which would slow anything down and potentially just stop them because they'd have to make a save every so many feet. And then that will at least give us some breathing room. And then if we want to station somebody to at least talk, but I don't know that we want to go into a battle against a bugbear without our three attackers.
So entangle, what it would do is an attempt to restrain a creature when you cast it, but then after that, um, the plants have a kind of already grown, and they just make it difficult terrain.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like an active entanglement
It's not
spell
like
where,
web.
right.
Is web the one I'm thinking about?
Web has a more active um,
Gotcha.
component to it, yeah.
Is there anything, any cantrips that anyone has? Because I think it seems like we know all the cantrips. That would just do an alarm, like magic mouth or something like that.
Well, I could also cast a fog cloud in that area. It's a 20-foot radius sphere of fog centered on the point of the range. So, and since there's no wind down here, it would just sit there and be a nuisance to whoever's coming through. Beyond that, I don't think I have anything.
If you speak Goblin, we could write a sign that says "Danger, go back," and put it at the end of the bridge.
We didn't have any goblin speakers. All right. Well, so either we need to post somebody here, or we need to try to do a spell. I mean, I could always recast a darkness spell in that area. They'd have to fumble through it.
If you centered it on the bridge, they might fall off the bridge.
True, but that may also, once they fall off, if they're not hurt, it might have two directions of attack they could be coming up from.
True. I mean, I guess if we all pull, I mean, another option is if we all pour in through up the stairs, if it was Evander, I can't think of his name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if he held back and worked more on his range attacks and otherwise more kept an eye out behind us, he should be able to see anybody coming, or probably not hear him, but actually, could he see? Because he can't see in darkness anyway.
Well, yeah, him and Tertius are going to have the same problem, except for Tertius has the orb over his head, so he can at least see it a certain range.
Right.
So would Evander. I mean, he'd be able to see 60 feet.
Which is as far as anybody can run and around. So he'd have time. He'd have a warning.
Well, I mean, I'm fine if you want to do the fog thing there and then keep the party grouped.
Yeah.
Let's do that. So Tertius will go ahead and he'll cast fog. Let me find out what fog's range is, or what the sphere is. A 20-foot radius sphere. How do I do the circle again, Jimmy? Both mouse buttons and
left
control?
and right, and I think it's shift. Shift, Alt, or Control.
Control. Shift is a box. Alt is a
Cone. Control would be the circle.
Okay.
So he's going to cast it there, but he's not going to cast it until he gets out of that range. So Tertius will move up here where he can see down the hallway before he casts it. So the rest of us will end up having to move up so we're not caught in the fog cloud. And I'm still on the ceiling, so I'll move back to my original position. Is there anything else we wanted to know or do? Before I do that?
Do we want to move out of the area first?
That's what I said. Tertius is gonna move to where I moved him.
Okay.
The rest of us have to move out of that area, otherwise we'll be captured in the fog cloud. Do you want to move up to the stairs right away before he casts, or you want to stay around the corner so you're not seen before he casts?
Yeah, I like around the corner.
And I'll be up on the ceiling over here where I was before.
Okay, has he prepared fog cloud?
It's in his listing. Does that not mean it's prepared?
Right, so on the left side you see little stars. That tells you what's prepared. Now, if we want to move something else, let's say charm person, and exchange that, we can do that.
It doesn't show prepared. I didn't realize that the stars were prepared and he needed to do that.
Okay.
So in 3rd edition, clerics and druids didn't have to prepare; they could just pick any of theirs. Is that correct? Did that change in that?
That's correct.
In that edition, that's correct. Now what they've done, instead of giving bonus spells, extra spells that they can cast, extra spell slots, you have to prepare from a set list, which is still like what you had to do then, right? You had your full list of spells, but you had to prepare certain ones to be able to cast.
It was only wizards who had to prepare spells.
No, wizards could only cast what they prepared. Clerics had to pray for which spells they want to be able to cast from their spell set. I don't think they could just choose any spell from their repertoire. They had to prepare a set.
No, they couldn't. You're right, Jim, on that. They had to know which one that they were doing.
Right.
But there were certain things that they could do, like if they wanted to, they could take a higher spell and they could swap it for another lower spell that they hadn't prayed for.
Potentially. Yeah,
And then
it's been a while since.
druids had to pray for their spells as well from their deity. Sorcerers didn't have to prep for anything. They just had to rest and have all their spell points available.
Yeah. I was thinking in one of those releases, clerics and druids operated more like sorcerers. They didn't have to prepare in advance, but maybe I'm thinking even earlier than that.
Yeah, so no, in 5e, they have access to the full complement of spells for that level, but they do have to choose what they're going to prepare.
Okay.
So can I change around what he has prepared? Because there's some ones in here that I don't think are worthwhile.
So go to mode, preparation.
I've got it. I did it.
And then you can just uncheck and recheck however you like.
Well, so because of what you told me about Entangle, I don't really think that that's that worthwhile. So that's one I'm going to uncheck. And Thunderwave, he's always behind everybody, so he's going to be hitting our whole party. So that's not going to be one that I'm going to keep either. So those two I'm going to uncheck.
Okay.
So I will check Fog Cloud, and I will also check, let's see, Charm People we already have.
Sorry, that's probably me.
Okay. So that's the Fog Cloud and Animal Friendship. Those will be the two that I'll check.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah, he hasn't cast any spells so far, so no problems whatsoever.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and do the Fog Cloud. I have that area outlined.
Okay. Let me see. Now that's concentration. Let me just add a little effect here for concentration.
So I'll mark my one first level spot. So now they got to get through darkness and then they run into fog.
Okay. All right, so then what you want to do is when you've decided you've cast that, just drag that fog cloud effect onto Tertius. And then it should self-roll if he ever takes damage against concentration.
So do I bring the Fog Cloud effect
onto either drop it on the combat tracker for Tertius or onto his token on the map. Perfect. Okay. So we'll say you cast that. And I'm going to say that all this discussion, you guys went through 4 minutes or so, 5 minutes.
Okay, so I still have maybe 3 minutes left on my darkness.
Got about 4 minutes, 4.5. Yeah, you got time.
All right, so do we need to re-roll any initiative or are we still good?
Yeah, let's go ahead and re-roll initiative. That'd be fine.
How high above the ground am I? I forgot.
From this area, um, 20 feet. 20 feet off the ground, and you're probably 30 feet off of the 30 to 40 feet off of the water level from where you are right
Gotcha.
now.
So they'll have to use a range shot, and I have to use a range shot to hit anybody.
Yes.
All right. Well, it looks like our stuff shows Ripper's turn. Or is it still on Bogner's turn? Because he's the one that shows the little flag.
So we'll just zip through there, and it will be Evander's. And based on your guys' discussion about everything you want to do, he's just going to put some blade ward on himself. Then Nadia.
All right. So I don't see any opponents ahead.
Nope.
All right. I'm going to do my whole stealth thing, and tokens are unlocked still.
All right, so let's go ahead and lock those, and give me a stealth roll. All right.
I'm going to go ahead and move up to like where I can peek around the corner here on these stairs. So as I'm moving here, I'm assuming that I'm getting closer and closer to the ground. So just let me know what, what my range is, whether I can attack melee or if I'd have to be ranged.
Sure.
So I'm going to move 15 feet up to just this corner, kind of see what I can see.
Okay, once you get in that last little cave there, it's going to be about 10 feet.
All right, so my 10 feet high, or I'm going to be 10 feet above the floor with my head?
No, 10 feet high. Yeah.
So my head is going to be around
5
3
feet.
foot above the floor.
5 feet.
No, 5 feet. You're not that tall. I mean, well, you're almost 6 foot, so it'll be 4 feet above the
Be
floor.
4 feet above the floor.
Okay, I thought I was taller than. I thought I was like 5'10" or something.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I get up here just to
All right.
peek around, see what I can see.
Give me a perception. All right, let me unmask some stuff here. So as I'm uncovering some stuff, sacks and crates of looted provisions are piled up in the south end of this large cave. To the west, the floor slopes towards a narrow opening that descends into the darkness. A larger opening is the one that you're coming through, up these natural set of natural stone steps, with the falling water behind you. But in the middle of this cavern are the coals of a large fire smoldering.
I don't see any critters.
You actually do. You see that large wolf attempting to hide amongst these stalactites over here.
Man, does
Might,
Wolfie
sorry.
see me?
That's a good question. Where's your stealth roll? Nope.
Stealth was 20.
Does not look like he notices you peering in over there.
All right, so I'm going to stop here. I got my bow ready. I'm going to look back at our two warrior types, and I'm going to indicate that I see at least one, and I'm going to try to tell him it's a wolf, but who knows whether or not my miming is going to be successful. So we know we have at least one opponent.
Yeah, you're hanging upside down. You're making little ears with your hands. They're like, "Are you a bat?" Maybe they're more intuitive than that.
I've got my bow. I'm holding my action. If something comes towards me, I'm shooting its ass.
Okay. Dalen.
All right, can I use part of my move and then
Yep.
make a decision which direction to go?
Yep. Give me a perception roll.
Okay. What distance was that one? Was that 5 or
10.
10?
10 feet.
Okay.
And there's steps, so I'm not going to give you. Okay. You do not see where the wolf is.
Okay.
Well, wouldn't he have an idea since I had been pointing?
He has a general idea, but he cannot see the wolf.
So that's fine. So you know that it's off to your, as you're looking here, so it'd be off to your right. You know that there's something, but you don't know what.
Yeah, but I also know there's this hidden area, so I'm still going to come straight out so I can still make a decision.
Cool.
Okay. Where are you looking over here to your left?
And that's the campfire he's right next to, right?
Yeah, that's the fire pit. Mm-hmm. So where are you looking here, Jeff, Dalen? You looking right? You looking left?
How do I just draw an arrow?
Left and right click together on the map, hold, and then drag in the direction you want to point. Okay. Okay. Some more supplies over there.
All right, so everyone is probably the other direction. So I will continue over to this side. And since I don't see anybody, I will probably just sit up there and face this direction. Okay. Oh no, I will hold my javelin and ready an attack in case somebody comes out that I can see.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Tertius's turn, or?
Nope. All right. So you're kind of facing this way. Give me one more perception roll, Dalen. Okay. Good, but not good enough against their sneak.
I need to fix my visor and then my helmet.
Yeah, while you were looking around some of the stalagmites, a javelin comes out of the darkness around another stalagmite and tries to pierce you.
Missed.
Just
Attack of
missed.
19.
Just missed, yeah. All right. But you did not really get a good sense. You know it was from over there, but it wasn't. And I didn't mean to roll the second one because it was supposed to be advantage. But you didn't quite get a bead on where that javelin came from, but you do know it was to your left, which is where Nadia was saying.
Okay.
All right, Tertius.
Well, Tertius is not brave nor durable. So Tertius is going to pull over here to where he's right behind Nadia looking up the stairway.
All right.
He's got his produce flame ready to throw at somebody if he sees them.
Okay, he probably won't see anybody unless they come to the top of the stairs, but
Right. He doesn't know that though, so
yep, but he's prepared. Okay.
Brave Sir Tertius.
hey, he's squishy. He doesn't have all that clinky mail on. He's got a tail. People could step on that.
All right, Bogner.
He has a hide they make scale mail out of, or at least leather.
So would Bogner have had any chance of seeing that javelin come out at
No.
Dalen? I mean, or would he not know that at all?
No, he wouldn't know that at all. It would have happened just before
Okay.
before he crested
So
the
I
stairs.
could have seen it, but Bogner would not have seen it.
Correct. So as you come up here, Bogner, give me a perception roll. Okay. And you okay. You also do not see anything. You're looking to your right as you come up the stairs. Dalen's looking over there, but you don't at this time see anything. So you got like another 20 feet of movement, I believe.
Yeah. So would I have been able to see at all the fact that Dalen kind of moved to the one side of the room and then started coming back towards the direction where Nadia was motioning?
No, you wouldn't have necessarily seen his total movement. What you do see right now is he is looking this way into this corner, and he looks to be ready to receive some kind of combat.
All right, then I'll go ahead and move on up here.
All right, give me. Nah, I don't even see how that's possible. Go ahead, give me another perception roll now that you're right there, and you're gonna get a massive bonus. So I'll just account for that. Oh yeah, no problem. You see the big wolf, and you see just kind of on the other side of this stalagmite in a deep shadow. You see the bugbear.
And I've still got what, like 10 feet of movement left?
Yeah, you still got some movement.
So can I fit between the wall and this, which is a stalagmite?
to try to move, what, next to the bugbear here?
Yeah.
Give me an acrobatics roll. Let's see if you can slide in. I'll move Clark back. Sure. You squeak through there. I was just making sure you didn't roll like a 1 or a 2. We'll put you there.
Squeak through like a greased pig.
All right, I'll go ahead and swing at Clark with my warhammer.
All right. You took a deep breath and a hop and but it's tight quarters.
All that acrobatics and
Brings the warhammer around and doesn't quite clear the stalagmite to your left, and you just rip the top of that stalagmite off. But it effectively alters your blow.
I have a fancy longsword you could use.
All right. Anything else you'd like to do there, Wagner?
Nah, I'm good.
All right. Ripper's going to move in. And he's going to target you. And he's going to try to take a bite. But he can't quite seem to get at you around the stalagmite there. Evander. He's going to move up. Seeing that everybody's got something readied. He's going to ready his hand crossbow. See what he's going to shoot.
Is he going to recast his blade thing?
Nope. Nope, because he's got a held action instead. All right, Nadia. Wagner's closed in. It's tight space over there. Be probably -2 for you to attack.
Well, I'm not going to try to move there.
Either one.
So if I'm on the ceiling. If I move right there, is my head in the flames or am I still okay?
It's almost uncomfortably warm, but it's not really big. It's not a big roaring fire, so not huge flames. But it's hot coals.
All right, I'll move up a little bit further. I'll move to there.
Okay.
But they could make a smoke to Nadia.
Well, I just didn't want to get in Dalen's way because I want him to be rushing in. I didn't want to be in between the stalactites. So from here, I'm going to attack Ripper.
Okay, go ahead and target Ripper.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
That hits. All right.
And since I have some extra movement, I'm going to move out of the way a little bit. I'm going to move over here where I can see Clark. But Ripper's going to have to come around a stalactite to get me if he wants to.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, he'd have to disengage somehow from Wagner, and that could be fatal for him. Okay. Dalen.
I'm looking at something else real quick.
Come on, roll perception for that fancy longsword of yours.
Yeah, I guess my first question is, I assume, can I see them now without the perception check?
Yeah, yeah. Now that they've both done some combat and Bogner's kind of fleshed in, taking a swing at Clark, you know.
I'm assuming he could see the wolf, but not Clark. I mean, that's almost a
Yeah, that's
What?
that's fine. I'm moving to the wolf.
So Clark has pretty good cover, right? But you can now see that Bogner's fighting something that is most likely the bugbear.
Right.
Gotcha.
Right, we'll move you right there, so that way you guys aren't overlapping tokens.
And I can, after a move, I can do a bonus action, then the action.
Yep. Yeah, there's no specific order to any of that. So if you have a bonus action you'd like to do first.
Yeah, I'm going to do a bonus action of, what was that again? I think it's Wrathful Smite. The casting the Wrathful Smite spell.
Divine Smite or something?
Wrathful Smite.
Wrathful Smite. Where's that?
It's the last one on my list.
Oh, bonus action spell. All right. All right.
So basically, next time I hit with a melee weapon attack, it will do extra stuff to the wolf, since I assume the wolf is a creature.
Yep. So what you'll do is you'll cast it. You'll drag that effect onto yourself. And then should you hit, it'll automatically apply that damage when you roll damage. And then you can do the save effect against whatever you hit. All right.
Okay. And then I will do my attack with the regular longsword.
Good old trusty. All right. So bring it through. Extra damage seemed to be helpful. You brought it low. You got a little bit of movement left if you want to do that, or you can be done.
Can I move close enough to engage with Clark? Actually, I think I'll be done because I can't attack him this round anyway, and I'll let Bogner take the first hit.
Very noble of you. All right. All right, so Clark takes a swing at Bogner with his Morning Star. And he does not hit. And then he steps here. And let's do something here. Oof. Okay. He starts climbing down the hole.
Does that give me an attack of opportunity?
He does. I rolled a dex check to see. He was going to try to do like a, like a little back step drop down, and he took a step back, and he took another step back, and then he had to look down, and so he's very clumsily trying to disengage. So you can go ahead and take an attack of opportunity.
So is that just a regular roll, or what is that?
Yep, just a regular roll.
A couple of ones.
Just Clark rolled a 1 on his dex check. Bogner rolled a 1. I just rolled another. Go ahead, Dalen. You can use your reaction for an OA against Clark as well.
All right. Do I just do a longsword attack, or?
Yeah, that's what you have out, so you can do a longsword attack against him. All right, you'll hit. Okay, so I applied the attack and the damage.
Yeah, I noticed I hadn't targeted him.
And let's see.
So he didn't make it down the hole. He started trying that way. And
Oh no, he made it down the hole.
He made it down the hole.
So he just didn't get down the way he wanted to. Like
He made it down very quickly.
yeah, as he took a swipe from you, Dalen. We'll say you hit his arm as he attempted to make his climbing, and you just hear and get a pretty good sense that he actually fell all the way down. All right, Jordius.
Tertius will come in. He'll come in somewhere around behind the fire, and try to figure out what the heck's going on.
Yeah, he comes in, looking over. Everybody seems to be focused on the hole, but there's nothing there.
Nope, he's still holding his action then.
Wagner. You and the bugbear effectively or ineffectively traded swings, and then he dropped down the hole.
So how far down is this?
It's 30 feet. So you take some damage. You get a sense that it probably wouldn't kill you should you fall.
You might be able to land on the guy and do more damage to him.
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
It's a possibility, yeah.
Lead with the axe or the hammer or whatever.
Dives head first down the hole with the warhammer leading the way. Or does he do it like a pogo stick? He holds the warhammer beneath him and jumps on it as he goes down.
Heck, he could drop my fancy longsword a point first if he wanted.
Well, that would require an acrobatics check to get the fancy longsword from you as he's diving down the hole.
No, I'll go ahead and attempt the climb down.
Okay, give me an athletics roll. Just got to beat a 10.
Nope.
Does he land on him? Come on, we need another roll.
So you don't fall, but you don't really feel like you've got. So unless you choose to fall, you don't. You just don't have a good purchase to start climbing down. But you are in the hole. Unless you decide that, nope, I'm going to climb back out. Because you got enough movement that I'll let you climb back out and try again if you want to try to clear the way for somebody.
What can I see him at the bottom?
Yeah, you've got dark vision. He is kind of lying down prone after his fall. Kind of groaning a little bit. He's moving, but he's lying on the ground.
Land on him.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and kind of aim for him and let go.
All right. Let's see. How do we want to do this?
Is it another athletics check or a roll to hit?
It's a dwarven missile.
Yeah. I'll give you your choice of athletics or acrobatics, which is probably athletics for you.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so you decide I'm going to let go. You drop down, you know, and the 30 feet drop, that's like that's the near optimum range for like the most amount of fear generated, right? Or at least that's what all the handy dandy books say. 32 feet, I think. So as you're falling down, you get that feeling of, um, but it's true. The bugbear rolls over as he hears kind of your dwarven yell, and his eyes kind of go real big. And right as he tries to move, it's too late as you come down right on his chest.
I think you're going to want to clean your boots.
Oh, and you will both take 8 points of damage. But he's feeling pretty hurt now, as you are literally on top of him.
Do I have an attack left or not?
Give me no, you rolled really well. I'm gonna say that you maintained your balance and you're like kneeling above him. No, with the movement and attempting to climb and dropping down, I'm gonna say that's kind of that whole series kind of took care of your action and movement.
Okay.
All right, Evander. He's gonna come up here. He's seeing everybody looking that way. He's like, what the heck is going on?
Why are there only 4 of us?
All right, Nadia.
So I saw Bogner disappear, but I didn't necessarily see what he did, right?
Yeah, I mean, you heard a with the bugbear disappearing, right? And then Bogner stepped up.
And I
And
kind of know where that thing is.
Yeah, and he's like, "Rah!" Yeah, you know about the hole. You climbed up it, right? And so you get a sense that 2 people just took the fast way down.
Yeah, why'd you move me? I was like trying to figure out my total distance.
There you go.
There you go.
All right, I'm going to try to go down and attack the bugbear.
Okay, so it's 30 feet down. So that's what, 10, 15. Let's say you get 25 feet down. So that would be what, 40?
I have 45 movement.
Yeah. So I will let you get down to where you are just above Bogner, but still in the hole.
So I can't.
The shaft.
So I can't melee him.
Yeah, not. You'd be at disadvantage.
I'll try to shoot him.
Just
Shoot
shoot him.
him.
Okay. Disadvantage because he's prone, and Bogner's kind of in the way, but you can still shoot him.
Oh, I didn't target him.
It's okay. You hit him.
Let me target Clark. Am I targeting him now?
Yep. Yeah. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Not much.
I'm going to put you just over here so I know that you're still where you are. Okay?
Before I end my turn, I'm gonna yell up to Dalen, "Don't come down!"
I can make it down pretty easily. I do have those gloves of climbing, but I'm just not sure.
I'm in the way. How are you gonna make it past me?
No, I can't get the whole distance anyway. It's 30 feet down. I still get like at least 5 or 10 feet just to get there.
Yeah, he can't get all the way down. It's half movement for him to climb down.
On my ass.
So at most he can climb 5 to get there, and then he's got 25 movement.
Oh, I wasn't trying to move. I was trying to measure distance.
Okay, sorry about that. There.
Jim's clicky tonight.
I do seem to be rather jumpy on that, except, aren't I?
So I could make it all the way there, except the fact that I'd be running through the fog and wouldn't be able to see anything.
Yeah, let me see what the fog effects are. Obscures, last for the duration. Heavily obscured. Okay. Yeah, I would let you do it. I would have you roll 1 acrobatics check as your well, a dex, probably a dex save. Well, let's see, acrobatics is dex. So yeah, I'd have you do an acrobatics check as you come down the stairs if you want to do that. Make sure you don't fall on your ass. Because you can't quite see where those stairs start.
But if I do that, I'm leaving Evander and what's his name at the mercy of any goblins who come back. I think I'm going to hold up. Actually, I think I'm not going to do that. I will go down. I will go up to the top of the chimney and basically yell down, let me know if I need to come down.
Okay.
And that'll be it for the moment.
All right.
Well, at least you didn't try to throw a javelin through me.
All right. Clark kind of rolls out from underneath you, Bogner, since you were kind of on him but not holding him. So he rolled a decent enough strength check to get out from underneath you, even though you are a heavy dwarf. He will stand up and take another swing at you. Oop, hold on. I gotta take prone off of him. All right, he misses. And since you're right here, he's not going to run because he's not really all that interested in, well, let's see. Is he smart enough to run, or is he smart enough to not run?
Yeah, he's smart enough.
Yeah, he knows that he's probably going to get a warhammer in the back. Well, but no, he'll stay. Okay. Tertius, what's Tertius doing?
Well, Tertius sees them going down the hole. He knows he's not going to be able to do anything that direction. We saw the chimney at the other side, so he's going to kind of just move on back over towards his fog, and he's going to have a produce flame ready and watching for anything coming out of the fog.
Okay. All right, Bogner.
And take another swing.
All right. So with that, you bring Clark down. The bugbear gets dropped.
All right, Nadia will look back up in Dale and say, the bugbear's down.
Can I go ahead and search him?
Sure. Clark doesn't really have anything on his person. About the only thing that he had on him was a morning star.
Is it in decent shape or is it beat all to hell?
Surprisingly, I mean, it's not brand new, but it's serviceable.
All right, I'll collect it.
Okay. I put a morning star in the party parcel sheet so you can grab it out of there and put it in your inventory if you want. Or you can just leave it there.
Yeah, let's leave it there for now. So I kind of look back at Nadia and ask her if I'm walking back around or if there's some other way back up there for me.
I'll look at you and say, I don't see how you're getting back up here easily. Might be better for you and me to go around. You and I can go together and we can meet each other up at the other thing. So we'll yell up to Dalen that that's what we're doing. And Dalen can maybe have Tertius remove the fog so we can see as we're going.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unlock tokens here. And okay. So I will give you two movements. So I don't know if you're running or sprinting. So I'm assuming the first movement you'll get. The second movement, Tertius will have eliminated the fog. Okay.
So here I can move way faster than Bogner, but my guess is our first movement is going to be out of the room. So because we already know what this is down here. So first movement would be down out here so we can see what's going on.
Sure.
Unless somebody, Bogner, unless you think that that's different. And then
Oh,
Bogner,
that's fine. That's fine.
you can move another 30 feet. What's your movement? 30?
25.
25.
So Bogner, move your 25. I'm going to walk with Bogner. I'm not going to, because him and I are alone right now. So where's your 25?
That's his 25.
So
that's his normal
Right, that's
movement.
the first movement, right? We just did that. So now he's moving his next.
Yeah, so the next 25 you can plot out if you'd like.
Well, it's fine.
Now, keep in mind the fog actually extended over this set of stairs.
Okay. But it's gone now.
It'll be gone this on your second move. So your first move, if you're going to sprint, like you can sprint right up to the fog if you want, or into the fog. It'll be gone for your second movement.
All right, so Bogner did his initial move, but he still has a sprint left, right?
Correct. And he can get
So
to here before he
Okay,
has
so
to enter the
Bogner,
fog.
you want to move there before you want to move to the edge of the fog before your next move?
Sure, if I can.
Yep, you can do that.
Because like when I'm moving right now, it's not showing me any distances.
Yeah, you have to actually drag an arrow to figure it out.
Well, each square, center to center, is 5 feet. So if you just kind of look at the grid can point you
Okay.
along.
All right, we get to there.
Okay. Now it's the
I'll
beginning
look
of
up the other hallway and see if there's anything noticeable.
Still got your darkness going on over there.
All
So
right, so now
fog
we
drops,
got a.
and you got your second round of movement, so to speak.
So Wagner gets 50 feet of movement total if he wants to sprint.
Yep, if he wants to dash as an action,
No.
yep, he can get 50 feet.
Yep. 50 feet.
Nah, I'm not gonna move exceptionally fast.
All right, we'll go to where you're going to go. I think 25 feet is right up at the bend. I think it's right about here. Right where you moved. I moved on top of you.
That would be 25 feet.
All right.
Okay.
I'll move around just a little bit further, and so now we can at least see Dalen. I'm assuming, Dalen, you might move in a little bit more to cover this hallway in case anything else happens.
Yeah, that's why I was on that side of Tertius.
Okay. And he cannot see you. You cannot see him. All right, Evander. He will have come down by now.
The tone in your voice was like a question. Evander?
Evander, what are you doing? I don't know.
Sorry, it just hit my funny bone.
Nadia.
All right, now I can see everybody, so I'll start moving on my own. We're going to ignore that big room right now because we know that there's other stuff up here. So I'm going to move right to the entryway here and see if I can see anything. I'm stealthing up. So, basically, again, I'm looking around that little corner, seeing if I can see anything across the bridge.
You can definitely see all the way down, and you can see a goblin. Just.
Do you want a stealth check? Is he going to see me?
Go ahead and give me a stealth check, yeah, if you're trying not to be seen. Nope, he doesn't see you. He rolled a 1.
All right. Well, I will let the rest of the group know that, down over that bridge, I can see a goblin. I'm assuming that they're going to start coming out of the darkness spell. And that'll be the end of my turn.
All right, Dalen.
So do we want to, I guess I'll ask, do we want to just rush him? Or at least move towards him and do range attacks until we get close? Or how do we want to do this? Or let's group everyone up first of all. He hasn't seen Nadia. Let's get everyone else grouped up so we're starting from the same place.
Okay.
All right. So you're going to be done?
Yeah.
Man, these are the most unobservant goblins ever.
He has lice more interesting than us.
Tertius.
Well, I thought we said we were grouping up, so Turdy's is going to come up here and stay out of visual range of the little hallway here and group up.
Okay. Wagner.
Yeah, I'll come up here and then I'm going to use my second wind to heal myself.
Okay. So you can just drag that heal on top of yourself and then let it go. Or you can target yourself and then just click on it. Wow,
Nice roll.
max heal, nice. All right, not going any further. So he'll go right there. But he is doing that. All right, Evander. He just comes up, says, "All right, I guess we're doing this."
So Nadia will let the group know. I saw a goblin, but based on what I had seen before up the other little area with the kind of ragged cliff kind of area, there's probably more back there. There was a barrack. I at least saw some beds and stuff, which indicated maybe a goblin barrack or something back there. Um, I'm still concentrating, so I know that I've still got the darkness over it. But I did see one goblin, in the hallway.
Yep, and in fact, you can still see him. Doesn't seem to be trying to hide. He's just kind of peering around, looking, listening, but does not see you.
So, do we want to go ahead and rush up? They'd have to run through the darkness to, bum rush us as a group. We want to rush up and try to take this one goblin we can see, or
Yeah. I guess the question is, if you get up, can you make it all the way to him so we can do ranged attacks without hitting you?
oh yeah, that's only 35 feet there. I can still go another 10 feet beyond that.
Okay. So we'll want to at least set up that way.
All right. Do you want to lock the tokens?
Done.
So it sounds like I'm going to go ahead and rush in. I'm going to try to take this guy out. I'm going to be running full bore up there, and I'm going to try to hit him, starting with my quarterstaff, and then an unarmed attack right after that.
Okay, fair enough. So you'll come around the corner. So go ahead and plot that.
Trying to get my token. There we go. That's where I'm going to go up to.
Okay, so we'll get you there. Now hold on. He had a held action with a short bow.
Okay, well, can I just keep my roll, or do I have to
I
roll?
will let you keep that roll.
Because that was my whole intent. Was I'm coming up and I'm going to bum rush him.
Yeah. So he had his own short bow attack readied for you. Get you some decent damage. And You succeeded on your concentration check for your darkness. And
So
then
my question here now, I have a question for you. Am I able to use my deflect missile as I'm running in?
let's see, that is a reaction, I believe.
Yeah.
Then yes, you have a reaction, so you can attempt to deflect it.
So I will attempt to deflect it.
Okay, give me a roll. I think it's what
I don't know. I don't.
1d12
Wait,
bonus.
no,
It should be
there it
explained
is.
on your sheet.
Well, I opened it up. I have a damage of 1d10 plus 7. I have a range plus 6. I have a damage of 1d4 plus 4. So I have no idea what this means.
Oh. All right, well, let's see. Are you targeting anything? If you're not, no, you're not. Okay, so good. So the 1d7 is your. All right, so you would deflect. Looks like 14 points of damage. Because if I read it, it says you can use a key point. No, that's to throw it. 1d10 plus your mod plus your monk level. So 14, so you will take no damage from that arrow. And you will catch it, and if you wish to use a key point, you can throw it as part of your reaction.
If I use that key point, do I not get all of my other attacks? Or
Nope, it's just
I
part of
don't
your
understand.
reaction. So you will still get your attacks.
All right, sure. I'll use my key point and throw it.
Okay. So now,
All right, knocked
use
another one.
your ranged attack and drag that on top of Goblin 19.
So let me find Goblin 19. I'm targeting him. Can I just use it that way?
Yes, I believe so. Yep. All right, you'll hit. Roll your damage for your arrow that you fling back at him. Okay. Now,
I'm running in. That would be cool to see. I'm running in. He shoots an arrow. I catch it as it's coming in, whip around and fling it back at his ass.
Fling it back at his ass. Then you come up and with your other hand, you bring your sword down. All right, so go ahead and roll your I thought you used the scimitar. No, quarterstaff. You're right.
Quarterstaff.
Okay, so go ahead and hold down shift.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine. Yeah, you've already hit him, so go ahead and roll your damage. And I'm sure that's. I was going to have you do a crit, but that's more than enough. Regular damage is more than enough. Okay, so as you were coming up, there was a goblin behind him. Goblin 10. He had a short bow ready.
Okay.
But he misses.
So I crushed Goblin 19, and we have this other goblin that just attacked me.
He attacked you as you were running up, right? So you're running up, an arrow comes, you grab it out of the air, you throw it back. Another arrow comes at you and whips by, goes by you, and then you bring your quarterstaff down on top of the first goblin.
Okay, but Goblin 10 isn't within melee range, is he?
No.
So I have another 5 feet of movement.
Okay.
So I'm going to move back. Make him come to me.
All right. And I assume you're done? That's a lot, actually.
I'm done. I don't have any more movement. I can't do anything else. So.
All right.
And I'm out of key points.
All right. Clank, 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 clank. As he comes down the hallway.
Do I need to adjust where I ended up so to be able to do a missile attack on him? Yeah, that works.
Yeah, I'll say you can get to there and have a chance to throw a javelin around Nadia and still get a bead on Goblin 10. Sure.
Okay. And then, just because I haven't used it before, there's a bonus action spell I'm going to cast as well.
Okay.
What was it called?
I like the reasoning, just
Compel.
because I haven't used it.
Compel duel.
Okay. So what you're going to want to do, let's see, is that a bonus action? It sure is. So go ahead and drag that save over on top of Goblin 10. And he succeeds. He rolled pretty well, actually. Okay. Even with a -1 to his wisdom, he still succeeded. So he is not compelled.
Oh well, I tried.
What were you trying to do to him?
He would attack me. He wouldn't attack you, or there's basically. So he might even try to go past you to attack me or something.
Well, he'd be disadvantaged to attack anybody but you.
Right. Yeah, just it's a taking move.
I'm not sure he wants to attack me anyway. He just saw me close a gap that was like way further than most people should be able to close. Catch an arrow, throw it back at his buddy, and then smash him in the head with a quarterstaff.
Right, but goblins are not that smart, so you can't assume that they'll interpret that the way you would.
Yep. All right, Goblin 10 turns and runs.
He interpreted it the way I would have.
Plus, I hadn't used the spell before, and it was a good excuse.
All right, so he's going to get to there, and then he's going to feel his way around to there. All right.
And we don't see anything else up here.
I'll be right back. I need to grab something to eat.
Is it Tertius's turn?
It is. And you hear some, goblin yips and barks coming from down the hallway where that goblin just ran.
I'm back.
Tertius will come up to where Dalen is.
All right. Huffling along. All right, Bogner.
I'll move up.
All right. Evander moves up. Nadia.
All right, I'll indicate that I want to kind of talk to everybody. So if we all gather around, I'm going to tell them, I can see my darkness spell. I know where, I know where my darkness spell was. And I know that this tunnel here and that other tunnel, that little area where it was a lot of, like a kind of a cliff climb, kind of meet up in that same area. So my thought is, unless somebody has something else they'd like to do, so I'll go over and I'll get myself into a position, via climbing on a wall or standing on a ceiling to be able to be right at the edge of where my darkness is while the rest of the group gets into a position on the other side. And then I'll dispel the darkness. So they'll have to be ready for me. We'll give it, a minute or two. And then, we'll go from there. Unless somebody has something different they'd like to do.
Do we need to leave someone that can see the other passageway in case they try and come up behind us?
Oh, I'm going. Which other passageway, Kev? Can you point it out?
Oh, the one with the cliffs that we were trying to climb up initially.
I'm going down that passageway. So my plan is that I'm going to go down that passageway and I'm going to get to the end of where my darkness is. And the rest of you are going to follow this little circular path.
Oh, okay.
So I'm telling you, you guys get over there. I'm going to go down the other way and give me a minute and then I'll dispel that and then we can kind of move in.
Okay.
Any issue, Dalen?
Nope.
All right, so we'll move our tokens.
Yep. I'll let you guys move wherever you want to be. All right, then everybody give me fresh initiative rolls. Okay, and I guess we will have it set on Nadia's action.
All right. So I've got my short bow out. I'm ready to fire if I need to, but I'm going to go ahead and just dispel and be ready.
Okay, at the angle, you're really not going to see much more than just this part of the passageway from where you are, okay?
That's fine. I have no problem with that.
Okay. All right, so if we're ready, I will remove the pointer.
Hang on. I just want to go to the drink.
Fair enough. There we go. It's only 10. Do, 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 do,
I'm
do.
back. Still waiting for Bogner?
Yep. We should probably, for Christmas, develop a fund and get him a little 1 cubic foot fridge so he can have some drinks up by his computer area. Because I think his computer's upstairs and he's got to walk downstairs and go in the kitchen.
I have to do the same thing. Heck, I have to go out the garage.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I've kept mine. I've still got my Avanti from college. I don't know how well it works anymore, but it still keeps the solid block of ice that's slowly frozen over my little freezer section. Still keeps all my drinks cold, so.
I have that same little fridge.
Yeah.
I already have 5 refrigerators or freezers in the house, so I probably don't need another one.
It's only a
Let's see,
cubic
we're
foot.
at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as well.
We're not nearly so bougie as you two. We just have the 2. Although we probably should get a horizontal freezer at some point.
Well, my standalone freezer I really just use to ferment beer in, so.
Well, when you got 5, you can kind of choose to do what you want with them.
You know what I find with more refrigerator and freezer space? There's just more stuff we have on hand. It's not like there's one that's like now empty. We just have more stuff in them.
Yep.
Yeah, that's exactly how it works.
All right, I'm back.
Alrighty. Alrighty. So if we're set,
I dispel.
okay, so it drops down. Let me unmask some stuff here. So Bogner can see all the way down there. And as I said, Jerry, you can pretty much just see to here based on your angle.
That's
Dalen,
fine.
you can't quite see all the way down there. You can see to about here with the light sources that you have. Yep, about 20 feet. That gets you out there with the believe produced flame is what, 10 and 10?
I have 60-foot dark vision also.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay, so then you can see them. I keep forgetting that you're half elf.
Yep.
And what you see is you see a kind of a larger goblin holding a very worn down, abused, beaten human. And as soon as you drop the darkness, that goblin can see you guys, and he shouts out in common, "Truce, or this human dies!" and kind of gives the human a little bit of a pushing lean over this drop. It's about a 10-foot drop.
Do we recognize the human?
You do not. You have not seen him.
There's part of me that's thinking it's rather racist if we listen to him. I mean, why are humans any better than goblins? We should just kill both of them. But then I realize I'm a paladin, so I probably shouldn't think quite that way.
Ah, the moral conundrums of paladins. All right, what do you guys do?
Well, it's not my turn because my turn was probably to dispel.
Yep. So it is probably Dalen's if Dalen was going to do something. So just because you're kind of in front.
Now I can hear what that goblin said though, right?
Yep, he said it in common. He yelled it out, clear as.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that the bend in the tunnel and all that stuff didn't make me not be able to hear it.
Nope, you can hear it. So truce, or this human dies.
So what does he do if I start walking forward slowly? Not looking threatening, but I'm not putting my weapons down or anything like that.
Okay, but you're not saying anything. You're just walking slowly.
Actually, no. I will say, all right, let's not be hasty about what we do as I walk forward. Something. I'll use persuasion because I'm good at persuasion, which probably means I'll roll a 1 on it.
Okay, so what are you trying to persuade him? Let's not be hasty here.
Right. Yeah. Let's not be hasty.
We'll talk.
Figure out what we want to do. Right.
Okay. Go ahead and give me that persuasion roll. All right. Okay. I mean, the first couple steps as you step to about here, he leans the warrior, the human out just kind of a little bit further, like he's leaning him out further as you walk in closer. But you say, yeah, let's not be hasty. So he pulls the human back a little bit, not from the edge per se, but he's not leaning him over the edge. He says, fine, truce. We talk. You're obviously strong. You want human? I want something too.
And I'll continue moving forward and ask him what he wants. I'm moving forward slowly. I'm not in a hurry to get to him, but I do want to close the distance.
Okay, I'll give you to there. I'm not going to follow combat here at this point. We're kind of out of combat. Everybody else can have a small movement if they want. Wagner would have to move before Tertius and Evander.
Well, how far up can I move?
You can move up behind Dalen. Nadia, you can see over into this part of the room now.
Is that the same goblin that was hiding behind the benches?
Give me a wisdom check. Just straight wisdom. You're pretty sure that's a different goblin. Some of his little tchotchkes and things on his belt, and think he's got a notch in his ear. Yeah, he can see you.
Yeah, does he look threatening, or is he just kind of standing down waiting?
He's prepared. I mean, he's got a bow with an arrow notched, right? But it's not raised. You guys are kind of in a parlay right now. Okay. So now that you've asked the
So
question,
I'll let Dalen know. I'll just say, Dalen, more goblins in there. They're armed.
okay, you just point. I see 2 that way. Yimik says, "Me new boss. Me give you this human. If you take care of boss man in over by the waterfall, and then leave. Me no attack you." You kill Clark, I be new boss. We have deal.
I'll say, can we take the human with us?
No, and he kind of enforces the point by leaning him out over the edge again. You kill Clark first.
I'll ask him, well, how much for the human?
Clark's head.
So if we give you Clark's head, we can have the human?
Sure. Me new boss. Me make rules.
Do we want to send Tertius back or maybe Tertius and Avenger just in case back with Clark's head?
Nadia could get there quicker.
Yeah, good point.
But Nadia will kind of like, because this Yimik can't see me yet.
Yeah, well, considering I took the oath of vengeance and these guys are evil, I have no problem lying to them.
Okay, so are you attempting to deceive him, or what are you doing?
Oh yeah, I ultimately. I don't. Well, I don't know how to. I can tell the GM this. I can't really communicate this to the people.
Mhm.
I'd like to get the humans or the human away, but I have no problem killing the goblins once we have the human away.
Okay.
So how high up is he? I mean, like how high up are those stairs going?
It's like 10 feet. 10 feet up. And so the room is probably 20 feet high, floor to ceiling here. And it's probably 10 feet high up on this ledge area where they're standing.
Does the human seem like he could survive the fall, or at least not die immediately on the fall?
Give me a perception check. He looks pretty beat up. He looks like he's been tortured a little bit, and his hands and feet are kind of tied, so he can't really resist. He's kind of bound. You're pretty sure if it could hurt him pretty good. You don't know if it'd kill him, but yeah, he's in a bad way.
Nadia will like, because you can see me, and the other two, but this Yimik can't. Nadia will go, I'll go get the head. I'll give you a wink. You kind of understand that I'm also not all about letting these goblins live.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
All right, so
I'll go back and get the head.
yeah, you don't have to move your person back there. I'll say it takes you a minute. You're fast. You dash over there and run up the hole and hack out. What do you have for
do you have
blades?
I was just thinking that. Do you have something sharp enough to cut the guy's head off with?
He does
I don't know.
not. But Let me see what the goblins have. There's a bunch of stuff
Come on,
there.
use your pitons.
There's scimitars at the bottom of the hole where the other goblins were taken care of. So he's got blades along the way.
I'll just stab him with arrows until.
I like the idea of cutting the head off with a quarterstaff, actually, but
Well, then 10 minutes later, he'll show up with a very bruised head that resembles more of a pulp pinata than anything else.
I got a crowbar. I just need to make a little bit of an incision. I'll get that crowbar in there and pop it right off.
Yeah.
You don't like that answer?
I'm thinking it's probably more like you get there and you go, oh shit, I don't have a knife. Oh wait, I just ran by a bunch of scimitars. You run down, grab some scimitars, run back up, chop. So you're back in like minute and a half. Nobody's the wiser that you got all the way over there and realized you didn't have anything to cut his head off with. But
Right, well, I'm on the
and
ceiling
Dalen's
again.
actually wondering. He's like, you don't have a blade. How'd you? Okay.
yeah, I'm just gonna roll with it.
Yeah.
It just adds to my mystique.
Yeah. He's all right. You gotta.
I'm on the ceiling again.
Okay. And you have the head. You gonna roll it to?
I'm gonna come around the corner with the head like extended above my head, so like almost dragging across the ground. So I'll just come up to here with the head.
Okay. You know what? Roll me an intimidation check. Because I would think that would be a fairly impressive, intimidating sight to see somebody.
No, I'm not very intimidating.
You're just kind of nonchalantly dangling it. It's maybe you're almost more like, look at what I got.
Although, if you get close enough, how close? Say he got up to where the human was. How close is the ceiling at that point? Could he grab the guy so he's not going to fall if he gets pushed up? Or, of course, they could shoot arrows at
no,
you.
I mean, once he gets over there, he probably could. All right. So, as you get to there and you come around, Yemek leans the human over the edge and kind of pins his feet with his own foot. So all he has to do is let go, and the human's gonna drop. And he says, "Throw head here. Maybe you'd lie." And this goblin actually kind of comes forward a little bit. No. My dog Brownie is.
So I'll say, why would I throw the head? Maybe you're lying. You're hanging him out over the edge. Pull him back. I'll throw the head. Then you'll release him.
Fine. So he brings Sildar back just a little bit.
Releasing the head doesn't do anything. So I huck the head up toward Yemek.
Okay, it lands. Are you trying to hit him or just up around his feet?
I'm just throwing it. I'm
okay.
tossing it up that direction.
It's up there so he can see it. He says,
as I say it, now let the human go.
Yemek says, good. I'm the boss man now. Now you deal with boss man. Bossmen say, you pay ransom. You want human? Show me the coin.
So at this point, Nadia's not into ransoms. I'm not sure how the rest of the group feels, but I know how I'm going to be.
Yeah, the human's just kind of like he's struggling to wake up. Like he's like he took a good beating before and was really kind of half conscious. Like he can barely stand.
Don't I have some? Maybe I'm completely making this up. I have no clue. Some token that symbolizes something that I could say, this is a very, very valuable, it's a unique coin, it's worth a ton of money, and I can try to use persuade to distract him. And try to
I was going to
bring him
actually do
forward.
something before you did that, Dalen.
Oh well, if you're going to do something before I do that, I'm not going to prevent you from doing something before I do that.
So I am going to go ahead and cast a minor illusion on the on Yimik, and I'm going to cast the illusion of like a bunch of spiders all over him.
Okay, so minor illusion, I believe, is either a sound or a. Let's see. Can you do sound and? Yeah, create a sound or an image within range.
So the image is what I was going for, not a sound.
Okay.
So just an image of spiders on him.
Hopefully, that's not one of their food sources.
Okay. So just read through your cantrip. It says it cannot create sound, light, smell, or any sensory effect. So he won't feel spiders on him.
Right, but he's a stupid goblin.
Okay. All right, so you're going to do
Just
that?
give it a try.
Sure. Let's see. It says creature's going to look. We'll give him a spell.
Basically,
save.
I'm hoping he's going to just drop the human and not drop him over the edge.
Yep. So he gets an int save. No. He sees through your illusion. He sees the
All right.
spiders, but he can't feel them. He's like,
So then,
not money.
Can I go-
And he leaves the human out even further.
well, can I go on the attack, or is that I've already taken my action?
Yeah, that's your action. So we're gonna
All right,
say
so-
we'll be top of the round. Avenger's too
Okay.
far back. Goblin 3 has a held action.
Why does Goblin 3 still say prone?
Because he's actually prone.
Okay, doke.
He's kind of laying down over here around the corner.
Okay.
So Dalen, the human is being leaned out over the edge. Yimik says, "That's not coin," and said, 50 gold. You pay now.
I'm gonna keep moving forward towards him, and say, wait, and pull a couple gold coins out of my, out of something wherever I'm holding them. Just
A pouch, something. Okay.
right. But my whole goal is to keep moving forward, and I will pass. I mean, I'll go all the way past the goblin, but at least to the base of the. If I can get all the way to the base of the cliff, like stairs below the human, somewhere in that area, that'd be fine. But I'm still paying attention to see if he looks like he's more likely to drop them or not as I'm holding the coins up.
Okay. Are you attempting to get close enough so you can strike, or just get close?
I mainly want to get closer, but I'm also going to look at, can I break the fall of the guy and somehow keep him from taking damage if he does drop him, that kind of thing.
Okay. Roll me a perception check. No, not
Perce-
perception. Sorry, persuasion.
Persuasion.
The other P word. Oh. All right. Yeah. As you start pulling coins out, you can move yourself where you'd like, and Yimik leans forward a little bit along with the human, but doesn't let go, and he is definitely looking right at those coins. He's like, yes, 50 gold. You give to Popo there. That's the goblin next to you, who sets aside his bow and arrow, and that goblin holds out its hand for the money.
So uh, I'm going to ask him. So, well, how's this going to work? I can hand him the gold, and then we're at the same place we are now. Maybe the human should move to the top of the stairs, and
He says, "You give gold. I just you catch. You give gold to Popo. You catch. I I let human I let human fall into your arms."
I'd like to try another persuasion on him to, instead of me catching, because he still may get hurt falling that distance. How about letting him walk?
Go ahead and give me a persuasion roll. Hmm. And let me see. Does Gmic have any? Okay. Gmic says that that's fine. So he bends down, pulls a knife out, his sword out, and kind of quickly saws through the ropes at the human's feet and brings the human over here to the top of the stairs and says, "Give gold to Popo."
All right. I'll hand 25 gold to Popo and say, all right, bring him down the stairs.
All right. Are you just a handful of coins or in a bag?
Yeah. Just basically, it's some of the amount. Whether he notices it's all of it or not, I don't know. I don't really care at this point. But I'll just say, as I'm handing him, go ahead and let him come down or bring him down.
Okay. Gmic says, me don't think that enough. He actually rolled fairly well in his intelligence check.
That's fine. I'll keep handing him. My goal is to do it slowly enough so they still keep coming down the stairs as opposed to staying up there.
He's not moving at all until Popo has the money. And
all right,
but you did get him to the top of the stairs, and you did get his everything, his legs freed, untied.
Are we able to move up while he's doing this?
Sure.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Trying to do it stealthily or just slowly moving up?
No, I'm just meandering on the ceiling. They've already
I'm
seen
not
me.
being stealthy about it. I'm just coming up.
Yeah, I'll keep counting the gold out to the goblin.
Okay, and when you get to, because eventually you're gonna get there, right? And then
So curiously,
Right.
Jim,
Mhm.
so like if I come up to this edge, how high is this edge from the ceiling?
10 feet.
10 feet.
So like I could just come over here and drop over if I wanted to.
Yep.
So that's where I'm moving to. I'm moving over to this little edge here.
Okay. So at some point you finally get to where Gmic thinks that's enough. And surprisingly, it's like 49 gold pieces. When he says, "Okay, that's good," and Goblin 7 pulls, the Popo walks back to the corner and pulls his scimitar out, and we'll say the human comes down, and let's roll. And he stumbles and he starts to fall. So if you want to try to catch him, you can definitely step up and try to catch him.
No, I'll let him fall. I don't trust the goblins enough for quick motions.
Okay. Let's see, which way does he fall? All right, he actually falls over there. Oh, all right. And he just, you hear him go oof, but doesn't seem to see too hurt by it. At least doesn't seem to be any more hurt than he already is, where he's well beat up. Okay. But he is lying prone and groaning. He's not getting up on his own.
All right. I am going to. Let me see what I got. I had a dog licking my arm that I can't handle.
Yeah, I've got my dog whining at me over here. I don't know why.
I just put in a new security system, and it beeps, and the dogs are both freaked out by it, so they're around me all day, every day now.
All right. I will go ahead and use my last 6 points of lay on hands on this guy.
Okay.
Which hopefully gets him to the point where he can stand up and walk.
He's no longer on death's door. Let's see. Can he get up now? He can get to his knees, but he's still very, very woozy, very unsteady.
All right, so where do we want to move this guy to?
Well, what are you gonna? I mean, this is all up to you right now. You've got him there. You gonna start? You gonna prop him up and move him back, or what are you doing?
I will help him up and start moving him back towards us, but I'm still gonna be a little wary of him, what state he's in. Is he really in the state he thinks he is? Because if I did just do a heal on him and he's still unable to move, is he really unable to move, or is he faking it? That kind of thing.
Yep, gotcha. So where are you moving? Where are you moving back to?
I am moving back towards to Bogner, this area with him, and kind of try to pass him between us farther into the cave.
Okay. So we'll say you're able to get there. He definitely needs assistance. You get the sense that, with your lay on hands, he can kind of stumble along, but you're not. It's kind of like that toddler's first steps. Like, yeah, maybe 2, 3. Then after that, it's kind of like, all right, he's gonna fall. It's just a matter of when, kind of thing. But you hand him off to Tertius. Tertius kind of helps him get there. We'll say Evander's up here, so.
I would have Tertius help move him back a little out of the way of the goblins a little bit.
Okay. In fact, Evander will.
Or Evan, yeah, either one of them. But then Evander still should be line of sight of us. But now I say, okay, so you're the leader of this group now, right?
Okay, so about like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And turn to the goblins. So you're the leader of this group, right?
Yes, me big boss now. You can leave. You can go. Deal is done.
Gonna walk over to Goblin 10, and can I attack him?
Sure, absolutely. Are you gonna try to surprise him with the attack? Or are you just
I,
gonna bring your sword out and walk with intent?
I'll, I don't really care if I surprise him or not.
Style.
I'll just walk up and attack him.
Okay, so with intent? All right.
Yes.
All right. So as soon as you turn, uh, here's what's going to happen. All these goblins over here, 17, 10, and 3, had held actions. Yimik did not, right? Goblin 17, since he had the scimitar, he's just wasn't ready to shoot anything, so nothing happens with him. Goblin 10, though, he had a short bow. And he was actually targeting Bogner. And he misses. Goblin 3, he had a short bow. And as you turn to him with your sword out ready, I'm going to say he's going to get a shot before you close. But he's prone. Okay, yeah, so he's prone. So he misses without any problems. And that's that. You've got your attack. You hit.
Did you purposely put advantage, or did you do that to him?
He's prone.
He was prone.
Melee against a prone person gets advantage.
Gotcha.
All right.
And the avatar of death approaches.
Yeah, and I'm going to say with everything else you did this round and passing, that's all you're going to get is just the turn and the attack. All right. Goblin 17. He's going to approach, and he's going to bring his scimitar to bear because that's all he has. And he misses. Wow.
Ooh.
He took a really good slash, but you're... I assume do you have a shield? I assume you have a shield. So your shield takes the brunt of the impact.
That's the second time a 19 is missed, and my AC is a 19, but I thought that was a 19 with my armor class effect.
No. So that's a 19, and then your armor class effect is an adder on top of that.
Oh, okay. All right.
So that's what it says. Attack 19 at Dalen. Defense effect +1. So that's it's adding to your AC. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So, all right. Emic screams some obscenity in Goblin. And what's he gonna do? He's just going to run down here. He's going to make a scimitar strike on you, Dalen. And he's going to miss. And then he's going to use... Nope. He's going to stay right there. Bogner.
Kevin fell asleep. There's a lot of talking. Dwarves don't do that.
All right, had a little bit of echo. So you're going to come up here and then do what now?
Target Yimik.
All right. And the big miss.
I'm going to go ahead and use my action surge and attack him again.
Okay. That hits. All right. All right, Nadia.
All right, so to begin with, I'm going to go ahead and move. Oh, you haven't locked tokens yet.
There you go.
I'm going to move along the edge of this because, I'm on the ceiling. So I'm going to move along the edge real quick. I'm going to stay out of his range initially, but I want to look and see what's in the rest of this room. I want to open up that fog of war. Before I attack him, I want to see what's behind me.
Okay, just kind of an alcove.
No critters or anything?
No, I mean, back over here, there's some significant dark stains.
So if I try to attack him, like if I come like move this other 5 foot towards him, am I going to be able to attack him if I'm on the ceiling, or do I need to drop down? What's my range from ceiling to where he's at?
So floor to ceiling is 20 feet. So you are outside of melee range.
So would I be able to right here drop down and then use my boots, because this is a ledge, I could just race down that edge and get to him still, or?
Yeah, you can definitely try that. I'd say give me an acrobatics check to drop down on your feet.
Doing the acrobatics check.
No problem. You
So I
drop down, land on this 10-foot ledge, and you can walk down the rest of the way, yeah.
So now I approach him to there, and I will go ahead and try to hit him with a quarterstaff.
Yep. No joy.
Missed him.
But you got your unarmed attack still. There you go. Oh, that crumples him. You bring another hand around to the base of his neck. Clack. He drops.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
All right. Goblin 10, he's just going to move up here. You know what? He's not entirely stupid. I'm going to say he's going to come around this way because nobody has hit Dalen with anything, and he's armored and shielded. Wagner's armored and shielded. Nadia doesn't look so armored and shielded, so he's going to come around, and he's going to actually attempt to come against somebody who's not armored and shielded. But you're nimble as fuck, so he misses you.
NAF, baby.
Yep. All right, Tertius. He's had produced flame in his paw for a long time.
Yeah, and Tertius sees Goblin 10 come around. Oops. Why did I point to Nadia?
Oh, no. Try it again.
There it goes.
Um,
All right.
Okay.
So I target Goblin 10 with Produce Flame.
Yeah, I was going to give you a negative to hit, but even then, still thread the needle between Bogner and Dalen and take Goblin right in the chest. And he drops.
Tertius pumps his arms in the air like, yeah, I hit something, killed it finally.
I got one. All right. Evander's looking back, looking around, seeing everybody seems to be all right. And he's going to... He's just going to throw out a quick healing word on Nadia as he kind of keeps supporting Sildar. Dalen. One goblin left.
That brought me back to full, right?
Looks like it.
I'm tempted to use the fancy long sword, but I'm not. I should have.
And just thinking about using the fancy longsword seemed to slow your strike down.
Yep.
And he still misses. All right, he uses his nimble escape trait. So he takes a disengage as a bonus action. And he attempts to run.
Does he have to disengage Tertius also in that path?
No.
Doesn't he have to disengage me because I was standing right next to him?
No, disengage is just like a general, hey, I can avoid melee opportunity attacks for the rest of this round. And he gets down, he gets to there. He is on the run. Seeing that you've taken care of everybody else, and he hops down.
Would I have been able to move to intercept him or be right on his tails and start to move that direction?
No, not because he had the disengage. So you're definitely able to move now.
You could go try to jump on him again.
That did
So
seem
he
to work
made
rather
his
well.
saves jumping down that area. I mean, that was a long.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Nadia will just grin. She's ready.
Okay, you get there. Little acrobatic check to hop down. You might take a little bit of damage, but not a lot. Less than your 30-foot drop that you accomplished before.
Acrobatic or athletic?
Athletic. I'm going to assume you're going to take kind of like a little running jump, aren't you?
Whatever's going to get me next round.
Oh, you just want to hop. You just want to hop down. Athletics. No problem. In fact, it was like a half climb, half hop. So you get over the edge and drop down, and you're right next to him.
Okay.
All right. And he kind of squeaks. Ah!
It's a lot of dwarf.
Yep, that misses. All right, Nadia. All right.
Damn clicker.
I'm gonna keep clicking, man. You've got so much movement, it's not even funny. All right.
Yeah, but I wanted to see my end movement. I think I moved 20 and now this is 10. Am I right?
So you were there. So go ahead and do your movement. Now, you're on the ground right now.
Yep, I'm on the ground.
Okay. So that gets you 20 there. Are you going up on the wall?
No, I'm just following Bogner. I'm jumping down.
Okay. So give me an athletics check.
You should jump on the other side of me.
Okay. So the hop is no big deal. Now give me an acrobatics, because I'm assuming you're trying to avoid. Oh, okay. All right, so you're trying to hop between them. Let's see. Bogner, give me a dexterity save. All right. So Bogner, no problem. You take a half step. You hear Nadia running, and you're like, oh, I think I know what's coming. And you take a half step back. Nadia comes down.
Bull in a china shop, baby.
Bull in a china shop, absolutely. You crash on top of the goblin. You go prone. The goblin goes prone, but you're both on the ground right now.
All right, so I don't get my bonus action, right?
Yeah, probably not.
I was just asking because I get a quarterstaff and then I get an unarmed, so I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, but with all that, you still have. I'll give you your action, so you can still make an attack, but you are prone, so it'll be disadvantage. Of course, he's prone. We'll see if it's.
Do I need to click on disadvantaged or
No, just go ahead and roll. Make it an unarmed attack, because I'm gonna say.
I was gonna do unarmed. I wasn't figuring
Okay.
I could bring my quarterstaff to bear.
Yeah.
I assumed you did 4 rolls and took the second one.
Even with disadvantage, you still kind of do a back roll on top of him and bring your elbow right down on the back of his head. Go ahead and roll damage. Boom. One shot him. Bam. He's out, unconscious.
That's 2 just phenomenally acrobatic moves I've had today.
I don't know how phenomenal it was, but it was interesting to watch.
Well, I mean, who else can fall on somebody and kill
Wagner almost did.
him? True. We got a guided Bogner missile.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you should try that against a bugbear. All right. All right, so let's do a little wrap up here since we're approaching midnight. So
we assume that now. I mean, are we pretty sure that everything is gone out of here? I mean, at least everything that we could see initially, right?
yeah. So what I'm gonna do is, so you get some treasure from Yimik. It's some silver. He's got a gold tooth.
And our 50 gold back.
Yeah, I didn't even remove it from, because I kind of saw where you guys are going, so I didn't even bother taking it out of your inventories. So you get your 50 gold back. You talk to, gosh, where is he here? There we are. You talk to Silder. That's his name. He's Silder Hallwinter, and he's a fighter, and he works with the Lord's Alliance. And he met Gudrun Rockseeker in Neverwinter and agreed to accompany him to Phandalin. Silder wants to go to Phandalin because he's looking for a friend of his that's also in supposed to be in his order. So you find out some useful information from him. There are 3 Rockseeker brothers: Gundren, Thardan, and Nundro. They have recently located an entrance to this long-lost place called Wave Echo Cave, and it's the site of Phandelver's pact, or some mines, if you will. Clarg the bugbear, had orders to waylay Gundren. And Sildar overheard from the goblins that somebody called the Black Spider had sent word that the dwarf was to be brought to him. Sildar doesn't know who or what the Black Spider is or where. But the last he saw was that Gundren was still alive when he was taken. Gundren had a map showing the secret location of where Wave Echo Cave was, but the goblins took it when they captured him. Sildar thought that maybe Clarg sent the map and the dwarf to the chief of the Cragmaws at a place called Cragmaw Castle, but he doesn't know where that is, and suggests that maybe somebody in Phandalin will know. And then lastly, Sildar's contact that he's trying to get a hold of is a wizard, a human wizard named Iarno Albrecht. And the wizard traveled to the town a couple months ago to help establish some sense of order there, but nobody in the Lord's Alliance have received any word from him since, and that's why Sildar's going to investigate.
Okay, so was there anything over in the Bugbear Cave area worth salvaging? I mean, so I'm assuming we're going to go through the whole cave complex and see what we can salvage.
Right. So you find some of some supplies, the captured stores that that was supposed to be transported to Phandalin. So you can definitely collect those. You found some more silver and copper and a statue, and you also found 2 potions of healing.
What's the statue? Is it a
It's just a jade statue. Yeah, it's worth, several tens of gold. Nothing crazy. But Sildar asks if you would accompany him to Phandalin. He's not really in the best of shape to make it there all by himself.
So where's Phandalin in comparison to where we are?
All right, so let me push a map. Now, I don't think you guys can see some pins. Can you see pins in the map I just sent you? Okay.
No.
All right.
No, but I mean, I can see Neverwinter, Thunder Tree, Conaberry.
Well, Fenlin's kind of at the southern edge of the map there.
Right. So you're about here is where this this Kobold Lair is, and Phandalin's over here.
Oh, Phandalin. I kept thinking you said a th. So I kept thinking Phandalin, not Phandalin.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I was looking.
That's what I was thinking until Kevin said it.
Phandalin. Yeah, sorry about that.
The first time you said it last time, I thought he was saying a D. So
Dandelion, Phandalin, Crandalin, Mandolin.
All right. So, like, if we were, we're up here. He wants to go to Phandalin.
Which is
I mean,
where
we
you're
know
taking
the
your supplies.
basic- Right, so we know a basic lay of the land. How many days of travel are we looking at?
Just a couple more days. Oxen aren't the fastest of creatures, and it's a trail instead of a well-traveled road, but you could get there in probably a couple days.
All right. Well, I don't have any problem traveling with the dude, but you're now driving this damn cart.
He says, "Deal. I will be happy to sit on a cart and drive the oxen. I probably won't be able to walk very well anyway, and I think they killed our horses, so I will happily be your, I can't think of the word for the the guys that drive an oxen train, but I'll happily be your cartier. I'll have to think of that. All right. So that's probably a good place for us to stop. Is you've kind of collected some items. You've eliminated this little nest of goblins and the bugbear, and you've gained some more information. Gundren's been taken. You're not entirely sure where, and but Phandalin still seems to be where you need to go.
Okie doke. Like I said, I will be gone next week. Don't get me killed.
That'll be easy.
Let's see something here. I gotta make sure I give you guys all of your encounters. All right, there we go.
So I'm playing Far Cry 5. Pretty damn good game.
Nice. All right, let me
It's
award.
got all kinds of weird shit.
Okay. Tell you what, I will award XP next time, and then if anybody levels or something like Tertius, we can deal with that at the beginning of the session next time. Because there's going to be what, almost 1,500 XP to divide B, so 500 apiece. So it's going to be a pretty good bump.
Yeah, that still won't put us up above level 3 where we're at, though.
Nope, but Tertius will become level 3, so he'll be right there with you. So we'll do that next time. Alrighty.
That just reminds me, so my kids are now watching Dragon Ball Z, which I have all the discs too. And so at the end of each disc, and the next time on Dragon Ball Z, that when you said the next time, that's all I could think of. And the next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Yep, and the next time. So that's what we'll do next time. I guess we'll determine if everybody's here, if we want to run a little bit without you, Jerry, and we can fill you in, or if we just want to take a little break.
Whatever works. I'm easy. I'm gone next week. I'm back the following week, and then I'm gone the following week.
Alrighty.
So yeah, I got Tampa next week back, and then I've got Hartford.
Okay. Well, thanks everybody for watching the stream, and
Yeah,
we'll see
I
if
think
we
I'm
play next
mostly
week
here
or not.
through June,
Thanks for watching.
or until June. I'm gone at least